Hello there, my name is Vandas. I'm the founder of ISOMERA project. I wanted to briefly talk about it and what's the point of doing this overall, and how you can contribute and what you can get out of it. I myself have 16 years of experience in software engineering. My current at the moment title is head of engineering. Before that was consulting CTO, interim CTO, engineering manager, R&D manager, and all the way to the junior software engineer at some 16 years ago. So I've been working a lot on a lot of projects. I've been counting like a couple hundred at least repos, and noticed that there are repetitive actions that basically all SaaS projects has in common. Well, and that's another thing probably to mention, that this ISOMERA project is mostly about SaaS, service as a solution. But I think there are like tons of startups that are actually doing SaaS thing, not e-commerce. E-commerce is not really probably a startup because it's usually a shop. All right. So what is ISOMERA overall? So it is a startup project which has most used things for all the SaaS projects, and so it is done in a quality, like top-notch quality, so you can just take it and start working on it, and you shouldn't be really needing to rethink, is it really done well, is there everything we need, and then so on and so on. So, okay, what is it that repeats across like 99% of the startups? It's login, sign up, login, user roles, profile, file upload, organization, and teams. So that's that every SaaS has, and it's super boring to do again and again and again. It's all the same thing. There's nothing new. Google login, Facebook login, Apple login, maybe GitHub login, whatever. It's a third-party auth providers, and started email plus password. Maybe login with phone and magic email link, and that's being done for everything. We can drop in some hooks. For example, when you sign up, maybe your email can go to newsletter provider somewhere else, but that's a basic thing. Everybody has it, not changing that much. Other things that everybody has: caching system. Well, that's usually not done in the very beginning of the project because the developer doesn't have any traffic, and usually it tests with one client, let's say, and that's not a problem at all. It becomes a problem when you start getting real traffic and start succeeding with it, especially, and then problems appears. And how it's fixed? It's usually fixed quickly and somehow. So when you fix it somehow and quickly, you will have a huge technical debt. So, good to have at the very beginning. How are you gonna deploy it to production? Good question. So locally it works. How are you gonna do it on prod? Do you need Docker files? Maybe. Do you need Kubernetes setup? Maybe. How are you gonna do that? Probably nobody really knows exactly in the team, if it's early stages of the project. So it might get expensive to do it, and it's really nothing special about it to be something super different. So again, ISOMERA could have it all ready, documented with training videos. You look at the video, you do it, bam, it works. Also backend, API plus workers. Now we chose to use Nest.js because it's like best practice for the backend. It's like having DTOs, all the classes, super strict structure. So it's solid, but also it has like API plus worker inside. So we will separate those because API might get one kind of traffic, and workers might be extremely busy at 100% CPU all the time. So we don't want that. We want to protect API from any unnecessary loads, so it would be super fast. For example, you send emails with notifications to your customers, right? So usually when some event happens, it sends email. That sounds fine, except multiply it a million times, and that's how loaded your server might get. You might not want that on the API also, so we would send all of that into queue. Nest.js has a pretty decent queue, so we could leverage that. All that package goes into Redis, and then workers which are separated will pick it up and send that email. So overall, that's the project itself, ISOMERA. ISOMERA is supposed to save at least a quarter. Let's say if the salary of the 6 people team is about 6,000, you multiply it by 3 months, you multiply it by 6 people, and you get about $108,000, let's say, for the quarter, which would be required to implement all of that. Well, no, obviously nobody would implement that immediately, but it compounds into roughly something like that. And I'm saying quarter, including QA, including issues, including research time, discussions, figuring out how to do it, and coming up with the same thing. Anyway, so if it's one project, it's 108. If it's 10 projects, do the math. A lot of numbers. What else? So I'm looking for contributors. I'm not getting any money out of that. Contributors, yeah, it's a free and basically building your own portfolio out of that. What I can promise in the website, gonna make the website, we'll make some feature to show off contributors and your contributions, how you contribute to the project. So when you're looking for a decent, better job with more salary and everything, you could show it and say, hey, I'm working on this project, look, it's my portfolio, I do it because I can, because I have those crazy cool skills that I can use, and here you go. It's how my contribution looks like. That should be a really good card to play. That should kind of be a bulletproof, that you know what you're doing. Thinking that if we create this and we really know how to modify everything in this project, how to adjust, how to deploy it quickly, all of us can do new projects, like even Upwork, freelancer.com, whatever. Your boss wants something, you just fork and you won a lot of months, and you just go to focus on the actual problem. And that's pretty neat thing, to focus immediately on the thing itself and not be setting up it for months, right? Yeah, so, well, there are a lot of other benefits, but I'm not talking about learning to code, because it's kind of enterprise level, so we kind of need to know how to do that already. If you want to join, just drop a message in GitHub newcomers discussions board, tell something about you, and then go to issues. You can go to milestone section, see roughly what's out there, what are the ideas. If you see something you want to talk about something, please create it in the discussions tab. I'm always there. I will take a look and I will start talking with you and answering all your questions, and I think the rest of the community will join there too. Alright, so thanks for listening. Looking forward to meeting you on GitHub and maybe on the call, and have a nice day and see you later.